And now is not the time to be distracted. Now is the time to be locked in, focused, laser vision. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Crystal if you're new here, and if you're returning, hey babe. Excuse me if I sound a little congested. I am. It's that time of the year. So this message today is for those of us who find ourselves with a lot of options and we don't know which one to choose. There's so many different distractions in the world right now. And I know that making a decision seems impossible, but ultimately, deep down inside, you know the best decision for you. You're just not allowing yourself to trust yourself so that you can move forward in your life and have new experiences, hit new pinnacles in life, and reach new goals and reach new heights, because something's holding you back. Something is there, and ultimately that something is you that's standing in the way of who you are now and who you have been created to be. There's always going to be an evolution in life. There's always going to be someone to evolve into, right? That's an everlasting journey, and it's a beautiful thing. And while it's great that we are evolving into different creations and different versions of ourselves, while that's amazing, it's all about pace. There was a post that I saw yesterday actually, and it said, I'm going to take my time evolving into who I desire to be, because I don't want to rush into misalignment. And I said, wow, that pretty much sums up the space that I find myself in, maybe you find yourself in. Things seem to be happening at a slower pace for you compared to someone else. And it's important to remember that you are on your own journey. And a lot of times when we start to perceive our journeys as less than or as insignificant, it's often because we're comparing our journeys with someone else's. And we all know where that road leads to. Disappointment, frustration, shame, guilt, all of the lower vibrational energies. So move at your own pace. Fall in love with where you are. Like I was saying earlier, while we're always evolving into our best selves and the highest version of ourselves, it's also important to take a moment to smell the roses. That's where that taking your time and finding your own groove and allowing that to unfold naturally and organically, that's where that comes in. Too many times people are in a rush to reach their highest versions of themselves. And like I was talking about in the last video, you can rush there, but can you sustain it? Oftentimes when we rush things, we don't have the capacity to sustain it. And I think that those of us who take our time and who slow walk this thing, I think it's a beautiful space to be in. I think that we have a different vision than others when it comes to longevity, sustainability, understanding that it might take a little bit more time, but oh, how sweet the fruit is at the end of the harvest. Also, to be focused during this time. There's so many opportunities coming your way, and no one talks about how overwhelming it can be when there are loads and loads of opportunities that come your way. It can be very overwhelming because with all of these opportunities comes the responsibility to make different decisions. And I really want to do a separate video on the responsibility of being a decision maker. Nowadays, a lot of people say they want to be entrepreneurs and they want to be business owners and they want to own businesses and they want to do all of these things, but struggle to make basic, simple decisions in their everyday lives that affect only them. When you run a business, when you are an entrepreneur, you're making decisions that not only affect you, it affects the business, others, employees, their livelihood, their bread and butter, providing for them and their families, the economy, the community. Like, that's why I keep preaching that there's levels to this. And there being levels to this is a beautiful, beautiful thing, because it shows us, wow, I have a lot of ground to cover, and that's exciting. And instead of trying to eat the elephant whole, by the way, we do not condone eating elephants because we love elephants around here, very wise creatures. We're not going to eat the horse whole or eat the cow whole or eat whatever, we're not going to try to tackle a whole thing at once. We're going to start bit by bit, piece by piece. And the more that you progress, even if it's slow incremental changes, you're still making progress. And a lot of times we don't see our own progress because we're too busy looking at others' progress. And that goes back to that comparison thing. So that's why I was saying to you guys, it's so important to be focused in this season, because there are so many different distractions, so many different things pulling at our attention. And now is not the time to be distracted. Now is the time to be locked in, focused, laser vision. And I know that those of us who can be tunnel vision at times, we don't see the forest because of the trees. Now is not the time to be seeing the forest. Now is the time to see the trees, identify the trees, and make decisions. This is the time to make wise, sound decisions, smart decisions, because you're setting yourself, your family, your community up for the next however many years that are to come. This time is critical. This is a critical time that we are living in, y'all. And this is not the time to be playing around. I'm going to share a quick testimony with you guys. Lately, I've been going out a lot at around the evening time, just stepping out for nightlife and stuff, still getting to know Atlanta a little bit. And I find it so funny how every time I would go out and then come home, I would just have this feeling of just inadequacy. Like I know that I'm meant to be doing something else with my time, my energy, my money, and my attention, right? So I've just been feeling this pit of just inadequacy and just feeling less than when I go out and, dance or smoke hookah or whatever the case may be, right? So last night I went out and I went to my regular hookah spot. And then I went to another spot, which was cool, but still I came home and I just was feeling that feeling, and God said to me, you need to stop. You need to get focused. You know that your time and your energy, your attention, and your money is meant to be invested elsewhere. Because now is the time to be prepared for what is to come. Now is the time to prepare for what is to come. And we have to be in alignment if we want to see the fruit of our labor if we want to be in the land of milk and honey, if we want to be in alignment with our highest selves. We have to be in alignment. Whatever that thing is for you, whatever has been pulling at you, whatever has been tugging at you, that you know you don't need to be messing around with no more, that you know is not good for you and it doesn't contribute to your well-being, your growth, your evolution, your highest self, babe, you know what it is that you have to do for you. This is not the season to be choosing anything outside of ourselves. And I know that it's easier said than done. But as long as you're making that slow, incremental progress, everything is going to align and work out for you. This is the time to be focused. That's it. That's all. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this content, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.